one and all. How are y'all doing tonight? I am trying to get things set up. I've put a link out for the people that from Drawn and Quartered to come in if they want it for fan edition. So I'm just trying to get things set up a little bit here. Okay. Hello to whomever's here. It's going to be a fair. Oh, just preview of something I'm going to be doing. I was at a discount store called Dollarama here in Canada, and I got a Wonder Woman New Frontier. And I got a Flash. As you can see, I've opened the Flash. I'm now opening Wonder Woman. They're like bendable, really bendable. I'm going to take these and paint them into my own characters. And I'm going to probably do some sort of, I might not do it live, but I'll record me doing it so you can see it, and I'll put it up as videos. I'll do each one separate. And I also got Rick Flag from Suicide Squad. Gonna do the same thing with him. Not sure who I'm gonna make them into. I'm probably making Flash into my character Insecto, and Wonder Woman into my character Ozona. I'm not sure who I'm making Rick Flag into yet. I just thought you guys, some of my people, might like that interesting thing. So this is for Bob. We're doing, I'm not sure what his name is, from Parasyte Maximum. But it's the guy that's got the parasite in his hand. I was asked to do a character from that, so I was gonna do him in um, his jacket and stuff from the first school jacket or whatever, an overcoat or whatever. But I just decided I'm gonna do him in his white T-shirt that you see him in a lot. I'm gonna make it fairly simple for myself since I am doing J Jonah Jameson as well tonight. Oh, excuse me. Think tomorrow night for when I get home. Hopefully, I'm not too tired. I will do maybe Tilk from Stargate. I want to, sort of make it interesting. Keep the sci-fi change change up. Just not make it one sci-fi. There's several sci-fi stuff to choose from, so series, anyways. And then there's Oh, hey, William. How are you?
Good, buddy. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Perfect.
So as you can see, oh, I didn't put it down. So
Yeah, that's better.
I just thanks for coming in. Normally I automatically put it down so people can see what I'm drawing,
Yep.
and it's totally spaced. We're trying to get everything else together. I just thought I'd throw the link in. I might start doing that for people to just pop in from the drawn and quartered stream as more people get in that thing. Talk about whatever. Nobody's in my chat at the moment, so. Or you can just draw as well and have people come in. Well, I guess we'll want to talk too. That way people will be able to see your stuff if they come in. But
Yeah, I won't be on for much longer there.
oh, that's no problem.
So I'm doing much better now that I've got the internet.
That's good. So what do you got going on tonight?
Nothing. I just come in and I noticed that you were live.
Yeah. I know. I'm not sure whether Mike is still live. I was listening to him, but I probably would have made it later. But I've got two characters to do. I got back from church a bit late last night, so I felt tired when coming back, so I figured, I'll just do two characters tonight.
Okay, so which characters are you doing?
I'm doing this is from an anime called Parasyte Maximum. One of my chatters, one of my subs, he's really into anime and asked me to do it, and I'm not sure what the character's name is. I
They
think
did a live action Parasyte. Actually, I think they did two of them.
Oh, okay. I I watched a couple of the episodes of the cartoon, so I decided to grab the main character, which has the parasite in his hand, which is, and it can do all the stretchy things. So I figured that would be a pretty good idea. And then I also got requested J Jonah Jameson.
JJ.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
That's an interesting request. Who did that?
that was Chad. Because I've set it up now for myself. I was just getting a lot of anime requests, and I don't mind that. I'm not the biggest anime. I don't mind anime, but it's not something I watch on a regular basis. But I set myself up a routine for characters. Monday, I do one of my characters. Monday, I do a DC character. No, not Monday. I already said Monday. Monday's my character. Tuesday, I do a DC character. Wednesday's an anime character. Thursday's Marvel. Friday is sci-fi, and then Saturday is going to be independent, and Sunday I'm not doing a live stream. Well, I'm not doing a live drawing stream.
Yep.
So
that's a pretty good setup that you got going.
That way I get a variety of characters. Like last Saturday I drew a Salamandroid for my independent character.
So, okay, I see what you're saying. You do other people's independent characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If I can find some good reference,
Yeah.
Not my independent because I'm already doing mine on Monday. So.
Well, that's where I was confused. Yeah.
I know I'm independent, but I figure that way then people get to know some other characters. Like I've already done live drawings of Cyber Frog and Lone Star, and I did a Bigfoot Bill. So
I watched you do the Lone Star one.
Okay.
I didn't know you did Bigfoot Bill though.
Yeah, I just did him. Did I do him Saturday too? When I think I did him Saturday when I did Salamandroid.
Okay.
I did Salamandroid and then I did Bigfoot Bill. I titled the episode Big Salamandroid or Bigfoot Bill. Or was it the other way around? Whichever.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly, although I haven't got around to it, slowly trying to make the time lapse versions of all of them. Although right now I'm on my Predator one, and it's been a few days since I worked on it. Just because with the chat and all that, that ended up being like a 4 hour. Well, I did it over 2 nights, the Predator, because I got sleepy in the middle of doing it.
Yeah,
So
you had to break it up.
but it's like between the two, it's like 4 hours worth of footage. So it probably is not 4 hours worth of drawing because you stop and you talk or whatever. And it was the first time I started doing inking on the channel with my Predator.
Oh yeah.
Because I got some Copics, so it's like, okay, got to celebrate that. Getting the Copics stuff.
I hear a bit of an echo, and you must have speaker on, do you?
Yeah, I'll take my speakers out. What are you talking to? I am talking to William. He's been on my channel before. That's my mummy here. But yeah, he's been on my channel before. We tried to get him on live once.
Yeah,
But
my internet.
is the echo gone now?
No, I don't think. I think it's still there. Yeah.
It might be my room because I'm in a square room, about in the middle. And with the door shut, it might echo a bit. Although I've got my windows open, so.
I think it's just from my voice coming through your speakers.
Oh, okay. I can do something about that. Got to get used to plugging my headphones in when somebody comes in. That better now?
I don't know. Yeah, that fixed it. Funny, eh?
Yeah, just that little bit of noise.
Yeah, so I went live last night. I was doing some sketching there. I wanted to do the drawn quartered with the Rogue from X-Men. So
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to catch up with you guys there a little bit. I felt bad for dropping out, but
we all get technical difficulties.
well, I'll be totally honest with you. I thought it was something I did wrong because the last thing I heard was Pixel doing the countdown, and as soon as he hit the go button, the internet completely dropped down. I lost everything from my phone, my tablet, my computer. Everything just shut right down on me. So then I spent 20 minutes trying to reset my internet, and it was late, and I was getting frustrated, and I said, screw this, so I'm going to bed. And then when I got up in the morning, I was trying to check Facebook or whatever, and everybody had problems with it. Everybody in our area seemed to have, their internet had gone out.
Oh, wow.
But it was quite a coincidence. Like I said, the last thing I heard was that countdown before they launched.
Yeah, it was a countdown to you losing your internet. Just searching. Didn't take out my Shazam pics. I don't know what to put on the end for the. Just trying to figure out what to put on the ends for the hand for maximum. I got my Shazam photos mixed in. Yeah.
So I ended up watching you guys doing your live feed there for a little bit, and you guys did really well.
Yeah.
Pat yourselves on the back for that. That was great.
Yeah, that was good. And John, you're probably on Mike's. He's going to be on the real John and Quarter next week.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was. He messaged Mike about getting on it. I think it was John.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah, that's cool. That's what we should try and get with Mike. Maybe see whether we can get our prize for winning each week. See
Would be
whether
the person who got on with Mike. Yeah, that's actually a kind of a cool prize.
Whoever gets on gets a spot in the John and Quarter Real Edition.
I wonder if Mike would go for that. That's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, that might be a decent prize. That's for the person that wins fan edition. That week. So every week, there's a guest spot in Mike's from the fan edition. Competing with the big boys.
That's right. Yeah.
What?
So that would be neat
Get
to
showing
see
more.
You lay in bed and think what you're going to bring.
I'm just trying to put the little guy down. He's remembering all this stuff that he's got to do tomorrow.
No problem.
What?
Turn your paper around real quick, man. I want to see what it looks like right side up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty good pose.
Thanks. It's fairly static, but the character doesn't leave much more, as far as I'm concerned, than static pose.
Yeah. No, he's got a real good stance to him. Yeah, no, that's a good job.
And I figured just to make it simple, I was thinking about putting on his, school clothing and his outer garment, his like jacket, but I figured let's just make it simple because I got 2 drawings tonight.
Then I'm not worried.
So you're gonna ink these ones too?
Oh yeah, ever since I did the Predator inking, I've been inking everything. Here, let's tilt this up for a sec. I'm not sure what you've seen, so.
Oh, you might as well whip them all out, and we'll take a look here.
Okay. Wow. There's my Canadian Shield, which you've probably seen doing part of.
Perfect.
And Spidey, which I believe you were there for.
Yeah. Are you signing and dating all of these?
Yeah. I signed my name, Rick Piper, and then for dating, I just put month, then year.
Yeah.
Although
I highly recommend you sign and date everything.
Yeah.
From now on, don't do any piece without signing and dating it, because that way you can always go back and see your progress.
Yeah. I've tried to do that. Well, I've forgotten to do it a lot. I've done
No,
it
I have too.
sometimes.
I have too, but that's one of the things that they like to drill in our heads these days is sign and date everything.
Yeah, I think I just might. I got everything signed and dated in here. Some is in pencil and some of it is in a mark, like one of my inking markers.
Yeah.
I might go back and do them all in the inking marker just to make it a little bit more permanent. And there's Starfire.
Oh yes, Popefire would like that one.
Yeah, I let her know that I did it. Now I'm not sure whether she went and watched it. And I've got that time lapse drawing too.
That's
Cyberfrog
Salamander right there, right?
No, that's Cyberfrog.
Bring it in. Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
Salem Androids Inc.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember you saying that now.
And Lone Star.
Yeah, I was there for that one.
That's Monkey D. Luffy. That's
From
a
One Piece?
request. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that one too, I think.
Okay. My Villain Toxico.
So you created this character here.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He appears in the second issue of my Canadian Shield. And Goku. I have a few anime fans, so. And then Ichigo, I think that is. Hollow form.
Yeah, bring that one closer. There's a lot of detail on that one.
I'm not sure how much it is.
Yeah. That's really good, man. I like that one.
Thank you. And then Green Ranger, original. And then Optimus Prime.
Yes, sir. That must have took a while.
Yeah, I did it in one city, about 2 hours, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I find the mechanical parts when it comes to doing stuff to, make it accurate is quite difficult.
Yeah, for sure. And I did that without any rulers or anything like that either. And my Predator.
Wow.
I take my time. My line, if you really look close, my lines aren't all completely straight, but
yeah. Well, it looks good from here. I like how you're filling up that sketchbook. I mean, you get something on every single page. That's great.
Yeah. There's three. Some from. That's 3 guys from. That's Zora, Monkey D. Luffy, and Sanji from One Piece.
Yeah. Yeah, that takes up the whole page.
Yeah. I didn't know how they interact, but, so I figured have him off the tree branch there hanging, with his arms wrapped around, because I remember my Bob saying he has stretchy abilities, and then those guys swinging off his legs. Probably not something you'd ever see in the thing, but.
Yeah.
And there's my character, Snowdrift.
Is that Captain Picard?
Yeah, Locutus of Borg.
Yes, sir. Very cool.
And the real Captain Marvel. With this one, I started. I did the lightning background after I drew them in and inked them, and then I decided I'd start adding one color per, drawing, just to try and make it pop out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, and do that while when they were doing the Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I was done before all of them, although theirs are way better.
That one there is quite recent, I think, isn't it? You just did that the other night, right?
I did this about a week ago. Tuesday, when they were doing Captain Marvel. I was doing it at the same time they did.
Yeah.
So these have all been done within 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Geez, you're gonna need a new sketchbook, man.
Oh, I've already bought 2.
Oh, did you? So the paper that you're using is quite large. Is that legit comic book size paper? Is that 11 by 17?
It's close. It is. Let's see. Hold on. It is 11.7 by 16.5.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. It's larger one way, but smaller the other.
Yeah.
But I get these at a place called Dollarama. for $4, 30 sheets.
Yeah, that's
So,
great practice paper for sure. I like how it's
and,
oversized because a lot of people they stick with that printer paper size, the 8.5 by 11.
yeah.
So I
Well,
kind of recommend that everybody try and work oversized than what they're used to.
yeah. What got me to grab this is I've opened myself up to commissions, not that I've got any yet, but I'm doing the live drawings to promote that too, sort of. Although I don't always say it, So, and I figured this is the stuff I'm going to do my commissions on. So, might as well show what I'm doing it on, and all that, while doing it. People get to know my work. And I found out recently, I think I've known about it for a while, but there's a thing on the second Friday of every month in my city here called Art Crawl. And for free, you can go set up shop and sell your art stuff. So the next one's October 12th. I'm going to go there and try and sell these. $25 a piece.
So they do that once a month?
Yeah.
That's cool. Is there any sketch clubs in your part of the world?
There probably is, but I don't know of them.
You should, if not, you should probably start one. See if you get any buddies or anything that's willing to go sit at a coffee shop and draw for an hour or two.
Yeah.
Most coffee shops these days, they've got Wi-Fi. So you could probably do a live stream right from the coffee shop.
Yeah. For sure. And as long as they still got it, our downtown area, which is what it's in this art crawl thing, or part of it, is we have Wi-Fi for free in our downtown area, or we used to. So I could just probably live stream right from there.
Yes, do that. For sure, do that. That's interesting.
And
a lot of people would probably want to see that. I know I would.
And I think it goes from like 4 to 10. So I'll probably just I've got a couple of tablets that I'll just bring and do with me.
Yeah.
My one tablet that was acting up that night. Hopefully it doesn't act up. And I got myself a new gooseneck, a slightly better one.
Yeah.
And it was cheaper. So as you can see, Captain Marvel, Spock.
Yeah, I did a Spock there when Leonard Nimoy passed away. What year was that?
That was just last year, I believe. Or either last year or earlier this year.
No, it wasn't this year. Oh, but yeah, I did a little tribute to Spock as well.
Yeah, I just figured it was my sci-fi night. I didn't know what to do, so I did Spock. I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to do Tilk from Stargate tomorrow. And there's my Salamandroid. And my Bigfoot Bill. One of my villains called Absorb. And Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad. More to the original. The bigger Amanda Waller.
That
looks
nice and clean. Bring that. Wait. Go back. Bring that last one back.
Amanda Waller or the one before it?
The one before. Yeah, look how clean that is. That's nice. Yeah.
That's one of my characters called Absorb. So, I've drawn him a fair amount. That's probably the best I've ever drawn them all, must admit.
Yeah, well, it definitely shows. Yeah, no, that's great. That's very well done. So what's his power?
He can absorb electrical, solar, nuclear energy, and maybe a few other types of energy, and then he can redirect it through beams from his eyes, which can incinerate or melt stuff. in my thing, the beams can incinerate or melt at least, like the toughest of metals.
Yeah. So
Through beams,
how does he absorb it?
just naturally, it's almost
It just gets sucked into his entire body.
yeah,
Very cool. Like a
and
sponge.
yeah, without him even trying. So and through his feet, he shoots out purple beams, which allow him to fly. I might end up doing something that he can do through his hands, and he can spit out a nuclear fireball through his mouth. Although his mouth is covered, but I guess it'll go through the fabric without breaking it.
Okay.
I guess I didn't really think that through when I created the mouth, the
Yeah.
cover, but I could easily take that off. I guess.
Put a vent in it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's actually very well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And of course, my rogue from the other night.
Okay,
No
bring that
color
a
in
little
her.
closer. Yes, sir.
Not as good as I was wanting.
So it's a
I messed
classic
up.
90s, eh?
Pardon?
The classic 90s.
Yeah, I like that rogue the best.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm on to. I started drawing another character mine when I was out yesterday with this called the Sword, but it's nowhere near done. But similar to Mike's God Sword, but not quite the same.
Okay.
I thought of her like back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. No, probably 90s. Sorry, or somewhere in the 90s. So me and Mike probably came up with our sword type characters at the same time. I was gonna see whether I could steal a bit from him, but my one character Insecto is actually gonna bring it to her. I got the idea from the whole He-Man She-Ra thing. The secret of the sword.
Yes, yes.
So I figured have one of my. She's into you know ungodly stuff, really like part of the occult, and my one hero ends up being given a mission from God to bring this sword to her, and
Okay.
you know,
So where
trans.
did they find the sword?
Well, God's gonna give it to him
Yeah.
through an angel or whatever, and then I haven't. I've got basic type swords, but I think I'm gonna redesign the sword for her. But I liked Mike's thing about the sword around from the Garden of Eden thing. So I might see whether he'll let me steal that part from him. But he gets my sword gets it a completely different way than she does. So, or his, and
Well,
it's
what
just
was
funny.
the sword from King Arthur? The
Uh,
Excalibur sword. Was that
uh,
trapped in a stone? Is that
yeah.
am I
That was
saying that
trapped
right?
in a that was trapped in a stone. But um, I think that was just a human made sword that somehow got trapped in it.
Yeah.
From what I know of the King Arthur legend, which I must say is not a lot. So,
Well, I think
but
there's lots of room for opportunity there. That's for sure.
yeah, and even if Mike says no, which I have no problem with, with the guard. Not that I couldn't do it, even without asking, but because. But if he said no, I wouldn't do it that way. I just it's a sword God made especially for her. That's maybe even better. It's especially made for her. Unlike with Mike's. Well, not that there's anything wrong with Mike's. You know what I mean? I think. Sort of like I said, the He-Man She-Ra thing. The sword was made for Adora.
That's right.
To own and possess. Where with He-Man. With hers, she just finds it. She happens to be the lucky one to find it, but she's sort of chosen too with Mike's because she can lift it where nobody else can. So I guess there's a chosen part in that, just like mine. Well, like whomever's. I'm not sure who came up with their person first, so. But like I said, I got my. I know where I got my idea, and I'm willing to admit it.
So how many characters have you got made up on your own right now?
Characters with backgrounds, names, and backgrounds, probably over 100.
What? 100?
Yeah.
Holy geez, you've been busy.
Well, I've been at this since I was, I don't know, 15.
Yeah.
And I'm 45 now, so and I've had a few friends come in and out, and then they flake, so they help me a little bit with some backgrounds or whatever, different things like that. But I've got
I have 2 right now that I'm working on.
Yeah. Well, see, what I did first is I created a whole bunch at first. Some of them have stayed, some of them haven't. I might revamp them later at some point or some form. Or some of them we've even gone through transformations. I had a character called Dogman. I think now I call him Barkman, but he's a lot more defined now than he was then, although not completely.
Yeah, they evolve over time.
And then, but I created although I never finished it completely. I like a summary of the first 5 years, like for who would be villains in each issue. But I got the first year and a half read out for 7 characters for the first year and a half. What villains would appear in each
So
issue.
what is I don't mean to interrupt you, but what is your process for coming up with names for these characters?
Well, it's been a variety of different things. Like I have a villain called Windstar, and well, I got that from the van. I went through a phase. Okay, I want character names, so I went and looked at. Well, I'm just walking down the street or whatever. Park through some parking lot. Let's take down the name of different types of vehicles. And now Windstar, he's a villain, but he actually has a gang. He's called the Windstar Gang. And that operates in where does that operate? Somewhere in Canada. I think who fights Windstar the first? I think Snowdrift. So I think it's probably in Edmonton.
Snowdrift.
Yeah, she's my free cold base. Well, one of my cold base characters.
So it's a female.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I was doing well. Not that Marvel and that don't have diversity. And since they were new characters, I was doing diversity before diversity was a thing. But not that, there's anything wrong with you. I'm one too, probably like you. Superman is Clark Kent. He's white, blah, blah, blah. Don't change that. Unless it's some alternate universe. I can accept if it's like an alternate universe or whatever, something like that. But you want a new popular character, create it, try and promote it somehow. Just don't change it somehow.
Yeah, don't change an old character. Take the time and create a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and make it. I got no problem with all these characters. I didn't mind a little bit of the female Thor line. I didn't really get too much into the Sam Wilson one, but I'm glad Thor's back to being the old Thor. Not that I'm reading much Marvel lately, but I think you know what I mean. They're great for a nice story arc for, a couple months, a year, or something like that.
They do it for publicity, really.
Yeah. It's just like when they did the Death of Superman, it's all it's a gimmick to try and make money.
So Chad in the comments here, he's asking, why did Doomsday come to Earth?
We were talking about Doomsday earlier in my earlier chat.
Okay.
Doomsday didn't really come to Earth he came to Earth obviously, but he was just attached to some asteroid and it drifted to Earth and fell into the Earth's atmosphere, was impaled on the ground. And actually, in the comics, unlike the movie that they just recently did, it was, from what I could get, it was there for several millennia. He was, asleep or whatever.
So he
however you
came
want
here
to.
by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. So in the movie, they actually made him out of Zod.
Oh, is
that right?
Yeah, well, sort of. Yeah, you're talking the live action. They've recently did a Death of Superman cartoon again.
Yes.
Which is more towards the comics, how the comics did it.
Yeah.
So the origins of that Doomsday would be more in line with the comics, which
and that's out right
is
now.
Yeah.
Is that on
And
Netflix?
that's no, I don't think it's on Netflix. It's went straight to DVD.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Blu-ray.
I've got a few of those. That did that.
And they're planning to bring out sometime next year. Reign of the Superman, which they had in the comics right after Superman died, and that's when he comes back to life.
So that's
blah blah blah.
That's their next project there.
Yeah. So it's I like it better than they did one, I think, that might have been tied in with Superman the animated series back from the 90s called Superman Doomsday. That was all right, but this one's way better. Goes more with the comics, in my opinion.
All right, sir. Well, I think I'm going to head out. You have a good night. It was great chatting with you.
Great chatting with you. I'm probably going to put that link in every night that I'm live now.
Okay, perfect.
So if you want to drop in, feel free.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome.
All right, keep pushing that pencil.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
But okay, now to catch up with. Okay, hello. Okay, so what else we got here, William? Yeah, so hopefully now we'll be getting some guests in for whatever. They may draw, they may just chat like William did. I'm just putting it out there we got a little group thing on Facebook for this, so I'll probably put in the link every time I do a live stream, John. Okay, well, it is. Hopefully get it more exciting like one of the other streams a little bit. I'm just gonna have to remember to keep a watch on the chat a little bit more. So have you finished watching that yet, or the movie? Yes, Mom?
Who you got now, Ted?
Yeah, Ted's just in the chat. William has left.
Yeah, I heard. Sounds quite interesting and encouraging.
Yeah. You got a hello, Mom.
I was going to say, come back in to say hello, and they can call me Linda, not just Rick's mom.
Yeah. My mom's real name is not Mom, it's Linda. So if you can remember that and want to call it, say, hi, Linda, you can. Or you can continue Rick's mom. It's up to you. She gets Rick's mom a lot now. She even gets it at our church because people know me more than her. Because for years she was working on Sundays and I was going to church and they knew me. Now she's now got Sundays off to come to church. So it's like, hello, Rick's mom. He said, laugh out loud. Okay, Linda. Oh, yeah, I just got done. Okay, that's towards the movie. So I take it from what you said earlier, you really liked it. I did once have a graphic novel of all that stuff, but I don't know what happened to it. I might try and find it. I've got probably the digital version now. I might try and find it and show it someday. Yeah. What was I going to say? And at the same time as that was happening in the comics with Superman, Batman got his back broke by Bane. So you had two of the major DC heroes. Well, Batman was replaced by somebody else. You basically had the two major guys out of commission. Oh no, what from that era? That was Chuck Dixon. He created Bane. Yeah, Azrael Knight, as Jean-Luc Valley is the one that replaced him as Batman, and he was Psycho Batman. Yeah, they've been talking about that for the last. I didn't know it except the last week or so, said that he created Bane. So he's still alive, from what I know, Chuck Dixon. They've just been talking about him the last few weeks because apparently he's working for Vox Day because that's the only place he can actually get work, which is pretty sad. Unless he just died recently and that's why they're talking about him, but they talked about him like he's still alive, you know. Oh, shoot. Sorry. There you go. Forgot to put it back down. Sorry about that. Hey, I take it that Bray Fogel. I take it that's the artist you were talking about a few seconds ago before I said about Chuck Dixon creating Bane. Uh, Unfortunately, I am terrible for artist names unless somehow they became famous to me. Like I'll always remember now about Chuck Dixon and Bane, and I'll know that Ethan created the land. Well, he didn't create Green Lantern, but he created the various other Lantern Corps. Oh, I forgot to do his head. He almost became the headless guy. Yeah, because I had 2 or 3 Batman books back then, so.
Hate to disturb you again, but I need my bank card.
For what?
Get smokes. Hot I got wet.
Uh, Some of my wallet, wherever that is. Might be on my bed. Don't worry, they can't see you down on my head. You do know what my bed is, right?
Yeah. Well, your flag just about fell over.
Oh, okay. Okay, I did not know that. Like I said, unfortunately, especially back then, I had a bad habit. Or even now, not that I'm reading many comic books. I have, unless I have a reason to pay attention to the artist's name and all that, just leave it there.
Now your wallet's not there.
Hold on a sec, Brad. I mean, Chad.
Unless I'm blind to the bat.
Well, that's probably accurate.
And in your pants pocket.
No. Oh, there it is.
No wonder I couldn't find it.
Okay, I'm taking these out. Unless I need them. If somebody else comes in.
I think this is mine.
Yeah. Okay. Eyes and back. Yeah. Like unfortunately, unless something allows me to take notice, like say Alex Ross with how good he is, you just want to know who that is that's doing it. Something that good. I think so. I think that's what I heard, that he's working for Vox just because he needs work to pay the bills, and DC or Marvel, because he's conservative and all that, voted for Trump or whatever, won't give him work. Or that's what I've heard, anyways. I heard something like that from on Ethan's channel, so because apparently he was being interviewed a couple months ago or whatever, I'm not sure. So don't hold it against the guy. Not that he believes anything Vox is spewing. Yeah, there was something about it on Ethan's channel a couple days ago, so I'm not sure what the stream was called offhand, so yeah, for sure. You know, especially when they're pros, they do a good job, you know it, and it's all because of SJW crap. Or political correctness. Oh, that's just sickening if they are. Wish Stan could do something about it if they are. Yeah, I heard that too recently. For the longest time, it was just Bob Kane, and then I don't know what happened. Everybody wants to get on the bandwagon. Oh yeah, because somebody's worth billions of dollars, like Batman. Oh yeah, I helped create it. I don't know whether they did or not, but they want their piece of the pie, as they say. Are they deserving of it? I don't know because I don't know enough of how they created it. Yeah, I think there's a guy. Well, probably more than him, but a guy named NerdSync I think did something about it, or maybe that was the Joker. I don't know. I watch a channel called NerdSync. He does a lot of cool videos, especially about the. Yeah, so there's nobody to. These people do this after these people pass away, so there's nobody to back up their claims. So somehow they produce a piece of paper or something like that, and suddenly it becomes, oh, this is what it is. Now, whether it is or not, I don't know. I don't want to judge too much, but it always seems that's the case when they're doing it after somebody passes away and can't corroborate what they're saying. The people that could corroborate it, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like when the guys that created Superman sold him to DC. I'm sure there was something that they signed saying DC owned it. So, but the family goes after it years later, and because it's worth billions of dollars, they want their chunk of the pie. And they forget all DC has to do is change a few things. And that's a lot of the reason I think Superman's been getting changed lately. It's because of all this stuff. That way they have to put out less money. Yeah, so. So there is, I'm not sure what his name is from Parasyte Maximum. I know I should be adding a color, but I'm not sure really what color I could add to make it stand out. Just did a little bit so he's standing on the ground there. Oh, hey Chester.
Hey, Cross, how's it going, man?
Good. Just let me get my headphones in. That way you don't get an echo. Okay, there we go.
So, what you working on today?
Uh, just did the lead. I'm not sure what his name is. He's from Parasyte Maximum. One of my subscribers requested drawing him.
Oh, nice.
The league guy, and just about to do I just finished him, and I'm about to do J Jonah Jameson
Oh,
for
sweet.
my other subscriber that's in the chat because I
me
was supposed to. Because I was supposed to do this last night, but I was a little bit tired when I got home. I have myself a little bit of a schedule for what type of characters I do each night. So, and my subs can request something from that genre, shall we say?
Sure.
Pardon?
Oh, all right. Yeah, I just was looking up your the YouTube live. I'm on now.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you have Chad Middleton is in here.
Yeah.
Hello, Chad. How you doing? So, how often do you do these lives?
I'm trying to do a live drawing stream Monday through Saturday.
Wow, that's ambitious.
Yeah. Some night Most nights I'm all right unless I'm out doing something. Like last night I was out helping at my church for the kids, and well, I don't get home till like 11 because it's in a neighboring city, which I can get to by bus back and forth. But it's at night. It takes like about 2 hours to get home,
Oh, I
just
see.
because after it's done. So sometimes I feel like staying up and doing a live stream for an hour and 2 hours, and sometimes I don't. So I just figured last night I'll just add it to tonight's live drawing.
Well, the good thing is you also get it's practice, 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 right?
Yeah. So,
Might as well do it live, yeah.
yeah. And, it ends up being a wide variety of stuff, especially with my subscribers. Like Mondays, I do my own characters. Tuesday, I do a DC character. Wednesday is supposed to be an anime character, since a lot of my subscribers like anime. Um, Thursday is Marvel. Friday is sci-fi, and then Saturday night is supposed to be independent, like Cyber Frog, Lone Star,
Yeah.
Big Buck
Indie
Bell.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's cool, man. Excellent. Yeah, it's good. We're seeing a lot of people come out and stream stuff and show their art. It's good, man. I like it.
yeah. I started doing a live stream every day about just under 2 months ago. I'm still doing one at noon for. I'm a Christian. I do read a little bit of the Bible, and then I have a whole bunch of my characters drawn digital, but they old stuff and they don't look good. So I try and revamp them a little digitally, remaster them. So I do a couple of my characters like that at my noon stream, and then I don't know. About a couple of weeks ago, I decided to start doing a live drawing stream in the evening.
Oh
You
wow.
know,
Yeah, I've only been on this YouTube thing for about 2 weeks.
uh,
I'm really new.
yeah, I started about 3-4 months ago. So I'm not up as high as I'd like to be in subs, but it's getting noticed, getting people to know you, liking your talent. And another thing that made me open up the live drawing stream is I'm opening up myself up for commissions. So, $25.
There you go.
So I
There you go.
figured, I know a lot of my stuff, my older stuff, it's crap. And people are going to see that and they're going to say, I don't want a commission from him, even if it is $25.
All you can do is get better, right?
Yeah.
What motivated you to start doing a YouTube channel 4 months ago?
Well, I start money really, but
Oh, I
not
see.
not that
Okay.
Well, there's that. Plus, I wanted another way to promote myself. Like
Sure.
I have a second channel called Pied Piper of Hamilton. It's just me doing, not that I'm doing a lot on it. I was thinking of starting promote there and then have that built up by this one built up by that one. But when I started listening to Mike and all that, I decided to do it the reverse and
What do you mean?
have
What do you mean reverse?
build this one up and have that one sort of build up slowly
Oh,
with
I see.
you know
I see.
you know so I'm not doing a lot of content on that one. Unfortunately, I'm doing more content on this one.
Well, we all know you as Cross Comics, so
Yeah, well, that's where I'm subscribed to Ethan on both my accounts. So you know
oh, I
but
see.
I
Yeah,
I, I, I figured I'd get well known as Cross Comics, you
there you
know
go.
because again that promotes me, almost in all my links in the description, which are there. I have my link to my Facebook page and group. I have my Twitter, my Instagram, my web page, which my web page
Yeah,
is for my comics. So
yeah. No, I saw you have a lot of things down here. It's all very efficiently put up. I need to get better at that actually when I'm laying out my descriptions and such. Give me a second. I got water on the boil. I'll get some coffee. I'll be back in
yeah,
a second.
yeah, no problem.
All right, I'm back.
And then tonight I decided to add a new feature, which is since we had that thing on Tuesday, I just decided, we got this whole group on Facebook. Why not just put up the thing for people to come in and, we chat or talk, draw, each draw or whatever. William was in here earlier. You there, Chester?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I had the mute button on, sitting there talking to myself.
Oh, no problem.
That's the problem, the past I've been doing this about, I guess it's almost 3 weeks now. Not two. But in that time I've had to learn how to use video editing material software. I've had to learn how to use GIMP, YouTube. I mean, the learning curve is huge, and I've been doing
Yeah.
my best every day to catch up.
I started with doing just videos, record myself drawing and do time lapse, and I did the whole video editing. Now I'm trying to do it a little bit to do my live streams, get them in a time lapse, so people who don't have 2 hours to watch can watch me do it in like 10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah,
But
I
I
want
said,
to start
like I said, I started out just the way that you said, the whole video editing, and then I realized I could live stream. Okay, maybe I could pick up subscribers easier that way. I'm not sure whether it's been easier or not, but it's a little better, it was a little hard at first because you don't, and still a little bit hard when you don't have a lot of people coming into the chat.
Well, you gotta promote yourself, you know.
Yeah, and that's why when I started doing the live streaming, and even before that, especially once I found out about Ethan, Mike, and then I started. Well, sometimes I was doing it in the middle of their stuff, and then I thought, okay, I don't want to do it in the middle. I just promote myself. Hopefully, if I'm there at the beginning, say, while you're waiting for whomever, check out my channel, or at the end, since whomever is done, check out my channel.
Well, let me share here and see if I can't get a few more people in here for you.
Okay.
I don't know if I will. I mean, my channel's not much bigger than yours, to be honest with you. It's about the same. I'm like 110, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit bigger than mine, but at the same time, maybe you say I'm on here doing the chatting with whomever, Rick from the like the other day on, or Cross from the other day on
Right.
the Drawn and Quarterly Fan Edition. Oh, that's something I was suggesting to William. I'm not sure who could get it to happen. I'm not sure. Well, you were in Mike's earlier. I was listening to a bit of Mike's earlier before I did this. Started doing this, and John's getting on a thing next week. I hear.
What is he getting
John
on?
did on Drawn and Quarterly. He was. What didn't he? Bill. Super chat Mike about getting on. I think that was John.
Yeah, no, he was. It was John, but he wasn't. I don't. They might put him on. He's a good artist. But no, he was just picking on John Malin.
Oh, because I thought he was talking about asking Mike to get on.
I mean, maybe he was in a way, but he was mainly just giving John Malin a hard time. It seems to be the hobby in the community is to give John Malin a hard time.
Yeah, it used to
It's
be
all
that.
it's all in love, you know. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a guy thing.
Yeah, it is.
We always give our friends the hard time. If we're not picking on you, we don't like you.
That's true. It's very true. All right. So I've sent out some share. Maybe we'll get a couple people coming over.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, but I try to with myself. I try to take advantage of all the tools that YouTube makes available to us
Yeah,
as far as sharing and networking and stuff. It's actually quite amazing. I mean, I know a lot of people complain about YouTube because of their, their politics and I get it, but they do actually do a lot to help you as a creator get out there.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure what they do. I know all my videos. I don't get a lot of followers on Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter person. In fact, I grabbed an account like years ago on Twitter. Found out it's just about posting whatever stupid stuff about your life. I'm like, okay, forget this. I left my account going, but I don't even know what it is. It's just because okay, I'm not posting about my life and whatever. It's like I got better things to do. Not that I have much of a life, but I've my life isn't that. Well, at the time I thought my life's not that pathetic. That I need to tweet out everything I'm doing every day.
Yeah, I never got that either. My wife and I don't understand the whole Twitter, Facebook thing as far as doing a life blog. I guess that's what they call it. It's yeah. Why would I want to tell you what I'm eating for breakfast? Privacy is one kind of important thing, isn't it? Hey,
Yeah.
Bethany.
Hey,
Bethany just
Bethany.
showed up.
Thanks for tuning in, Bethany. Hopefully you can see. Trying to draw J Jonah Jameson. Not sure how well it's turning out. I just did. I'm not sure. What's his name from Parasyte Maximum. Not liking this, but more used to drawing superheroes.
Yeah. Well, you're doing anime, it says today, and
Yeah,
JJJ.
well, yeah, Triple J, JJ.
Mm.
Well, I did the anime, which was the Parasyte, which was from Parasyte Maximum, and then the Triple J is J Jonah Jameson.
What does the first J stand for? Do you know?
I think they told us a long time ago, but I forget. Oh. Did it go the
Yeah,
wrong
we can't see that on the we can't see that very clear. We only saw the feet.
There. Is that better?
See the head a little bit, yeah.
Well, there's no head here yet, so.
Well, then a hood maybe or something, or maybe just your outline.
Oh. Okay.
I'm watching the video. I'm a few seconds behind, I guess. I should go over and watch your video. Sorry. Here. There we
No
go.
problem. Okay, yeah, there were. So I've got the video feed up that everybody's seeing, because my laptop is tilted down so the camera picks up the page.
Yeah. So how long you been drawing anyway?
30 years.
Wow. Long time, man.
I've gotten better over the years, and recently, well, like I said, with YouTube and doing this, I decided, okay, I know I'm good. A lot of times in the past, I've just, half-heartedly done the drawing. I can do it easy, pull out a half decent drawing in like 5 minutes, and everybody's, ah, or most everybody is, oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's something that attracts attention. I'm not an artist, but I'm a musician. I play saxophone. So I understand that.
Yeah, sorry I'm drawing this way, Bethany, but this way I can actually see what I'm drawing. At the end, I'll flip it around so you can actually see what I've drawn. And I will be inking it, so that'll help too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go. Just making sure.
Oh no, it's okay. You do whatever you want. You might want to try to do like what Gary does and have your camera above the art, in between you and the page. That works
Yeah,
pretty well for Gary.
yeah, I was doing that for a while, but like I said, I'm doing this off my tablet, and not my tablet, my laptop, which it's hard to have it above. I got a couple tablets. I was trying to do it with my tablet a few weeks ago when I was starting this. I got a gooseneck. It wasn't the best. I just recently got one. But if I'm doing it off of a tablet, I don't think I can have anybody come in either, because of you don't really do you know what I mean, the hangouts on that.
Yeah, well, you
And
can, but it's harder. Yeah, it's harder. Yeah.
And then I'm using my well, I've got a couple tablets. My one I'm using for my reference for
I see.
JJO.
There you go.
I've got a netbook here that I've got the chat up on. I feel like I'm becoming Ethan with so many different devices around me.
Hey, well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
It's, because with the laptop down facing the drawing area, you can't really see the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Bethany says the same thing. She hasn't figured out a great setup either. Yeah, it's easy for me. I'm not an artist. I just need a very simple thing. I need to get a better camera though, but other than that.
Yeah.
And now you know why EVS has 14 iPads. Well, yeah, there it is. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they do 14. Each one does a different thing.
Yeah. It's a good little spot too, because you got yourself. Of course, you never know if EVS or Mike are going to do things. I think Mike's doing something right now. But just because when Gary comes on in the next 30 minutes or so, a lot of the ones who enjoy the art streams are going to go over there. So getting in
Yeah.
before that's a good idea, you know.
Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have my one at noon. It's Monday through Saturday. It's always at noon, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
But
That,
my one for like in the evening, it's always up in the air when I do it.
well, that's my bedtime. I'm in Japan,
What?
so.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I have somebody. I have somebody that comes on fairly regularly in Italy, and then I have somebody who's been starting to come on a little bit more regularly. I'm not sure exactly where he's from, but he's like 9 hours difference from me.
Oh,
So
okay.
I try not to pry too much into where everybody's from. You don't want to be whatever. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
Don't want to dox anybody or anything like that. Not that it'd be
Well,
doxing to say a town that they live in, but
well, I live in the most countryside fishing village in the world, man. So if they want to come and try to dox me, go for it. Have at it. You got a couple comments in here from a regular, I think.
oh
Good
oh
dog
oh
press.
no oh no this is new. I think good dog press. I think he's on my Facebook. He sent me he did a picture up of a bunch of my characters, my group,
Mm.
and I'm not sure where he's from. Here, I'll bring it up. Uh, I've got it in my fan. Uh, get it up first. Uh, it's excellent job, you know. Okay.
It's funny. I got a I got a response to one of my comments. I don't know if you
Oh,
saw it, but they had the Marvel put up there going to New York Comic Con, that cringy 1 minute and that 1.5 minutes video they put up. It was so bad. And all I did was in my comment, I said, try harder. Right. So someone
uh,
replied, yeah, he said, I don't think it would be possible for them to be more a try hard than they are in this video. Seriously, who is this for? It's true. It was really
okay, so
cringy, man.
okay, so I hope everybody can see that. Oh yeah, good dog. The character in the background that you said is Flux. He's a good guy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can see it.
But it's awesome. I did a little bit of critique on it, but other than that, just because he missed a little few things on my characters, like sorry to go into this, good dog. Like my character, the Canadian Shield, is a lot more bulkier. He's like Hulk build, and he's like 8 feet tall. And he messed up on the boots for this one character. They come up past her, knee. And then he messed up a little bit on the symbol there and a little bit on the headgear for the one character. He got the wrong color. That's about it.
Yeah, it's not bad though.
Yeah, it's still excellent work
Mm.
as far as I'm concerned.
No, I like it. It's coming off the page at you. It's good.
Yeah. And the only other thing is, the other thing is he didn't put the emblem on the maple leaf on the shield part in the cape. But and the fact that I didn't know who my one character was in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, staying on character is kind of an important part of it, though, huh? It's
Yeah,
like a lot of people did Cyber Frogs, right?
yeah.
You know,
I did Cyberfrog a couple times.
yeah, there you go. But I mean, Gary's was nearly perfect. I was impressed with that. How because it's hard. I don't know. I'm not an artist, but I'd imagine it's hard to really copy exactly what someone else has done, right?
Yeah. Well, it also depends. Cyberfrog. There's not a lot of reference out there for you from different angles,
There you go.
especially,
Yeah.
especially the more modern Cyberfrog. Where's my Google Hands? There we go. But I've done a Salamandroid and there's even less Salamandroid reference out there.
Yeah, that's true. I like Salamandroid. I might like him better than Cyberfrog, actually. That's true, Bethany. He is, yeah. I like the new design Ethan has. I think it's good. Oh, that's cool. Bethany's got
That's
more of them.
that's my Cyberfrog. I got that. There. There's my Cyberfrog. I was just doing pencils, no inks at that point for my stream. And there's my Salamandroid.
Bethany wants you to put it closer to camera.
Okay.
Oh yeah, see, we can see it much better now. There you go. Yeah, okay.
And there's his feet. And let's see, let's get Salamandroid. There's Bigfoot Bill. And at this point I started adding one color just to accent. Eh. Salamandroid. So, and like I said, I've done Bigfoot Bill, and I've done Lone Star too. I did a Red Rooster too a while back. I might do Red Rooster this week.
I don't know, man. It's I think it's fun. We're seeing all these everyone putting out their art for all the different characters. It's fun. It makes the community involved and exciting, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Another reason I'm doing them, you write it out there, you put it in your description. Maybe the big names will notice you. Mention you for some reason. Mention you, and then you might get a couple more subscribers.
I guess. I guess I'm taking a very opposite approach to the things. The reason why I'm here is I'm not a creator like you guys, right?
Yeah. But I don't. I'm just using it as a tool. But I like Cyberfrog. I back Cyberfrog. I got the Cyberfrog book. I got Red Rooster. I got Lone Star. I haven't. And then it's like, okay, I can't afford these prices.
Yeah, it's starting to get. Yeah, we're getting overwhelmed. How many did you back all together?
Just the three. The Red Rooster, and I'm being in. Well, it's probably worse for you being in Japan, but going from Canadian to American dollars, and then the shipping is, I was thinking of getting Stardust, but then the shipping was like twice the amount of the book.
Yep. Yeah, no, shipping is killing me too, especially because I'm in a lot more pain than you are, man. I back 12 of these things.
Oh, I want to get more. I was telling William, in my city here, they have this thing called Art Crawl, the second Friday of every month, and it's free to go to, and you can just set up shop and sell your artistic wares.
Oh,
So
that's cool. Yeah.
uh, uh, the next one here is October 12th, and I'm going to go there and I'm going to bring all these drawings and try and sell them for $25 a piece.
Yeah, there you go. You should. That's what the other guys do.
You know, and and I'm open for commissions too for, you know, $25, you know, and I'll even draw it on air so you'll see, you know.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, I'm actually going to my very first comic book convention this December.
Oh, cool. I've been to
On the,
a few. I've been to a few. Last year I was actually I had a table. There's a Christian one in LA every year now. This was its fifth year. I was there last year for its fourth. I had a table but was unable to get there this year. But you know, and that was in LA. But that is a bit different being on the you know the creator side of the table. It was a learning experience for sure. I didn't have much to sell. I have like one comic available digitally, but you know,
I see. Yeah. Well, no, being a Christian out in California must be tough unto itself. I mean,
yeah. Well, I don't live in California. I'm in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
oh yeah, no, I was just feeling bad for them.
Yeah, but you know, I took the bus down to Buffalo and then took a bus all the way across country and did that there and back, just you know, save a few bucks.
No, I used to go to Oakleaf all the time. I had
Huh.
friends up there.
Although we've got like three good Comic Cons in my area, but you know, it was cheap to get a table there, and then I didn't really know about Artist Alley before then. So I started learning about Artist Alley, which is cheaper than getting a regular table. So
Yeah,
they
oh, it
can.
is. Okay. How much
So
do they charge for that kind of stuff anyway?
um, my table for LA for the Christian one, it's a small venue. That was like $50 US. But I think it was. I think I had one. There was one in where is it? Somewhere in New York, Flower City Comic Con. I forget where, but they wanted over like $100 just for Artist Alley. So
Oh, really?
I got a table, but I was unable to go to that because of some
Do
things
they have
happened.
do they have other areas outside of Artist Alley that you can set up?
Well, there's you could get yourself a regular venue thing, you know, but that's more money.
Oh, you mean like an actual floor space or something like that? I mean, like a booth?
Uh, Yeah, well, Artist Alley is sort of a booth, but it's a smaller booth and all that. Costs less money. They figure you don't got as much to set up, I guess. But
I see.
regular, you can get a regular, probably 8x8 booth in a non-Artist Alley spot. But it's those places are expensive. Like San Diego Comic Con, I looked at it
Yeah.
for the non-Artist Alley things. A venue thing is like $3,000, I think.
Wow.
And Artist Alley, I think, is like 400 or 500. I forget now, but
Well, I guess that's how they
see,
make them. That's how they make the money, right? That's how the convention makes its money. I'm assuming.
yeah, and I get that they got to make money. They got to pay guests to be there. A lot of guests to be there. That's the one thing I don't like about a lot of cons, though. These guests, they're paid to be there, and then they charge like 50, 60. Some of them charge 50, $60 to get a picture taken with them or an autograph. You know, it's just crazy what they charge for, you know, like an autograph. You know, I
Well,
get
yeah.
that and then these are ones that haven't been in circulation for years.
No, that's true.
Eh,
Welcome back, Chad. Chad is back, and he's saying
oh,
hello to us.
Good to have you back. Oh, sorry, God, good dog. Um, I didn't see it before, but yes, I do have a Lucifer character.
Talk about the TV show.
Yeah, yeah. Not my Lucifer does not look anything like the TV show.
Oh, I see.
uh, although he probably doesn't have your typical look, what most people would think he looks like. I try and do stuff that people aren't expecting looks. I try and be original. I'm not sure how original I am, but I try to be.
Yeah, I watched the show a little bit, and I didn't stay with it. But I did like that depiction a little bit better. A little bit better. I mean, Lucifer is supposed to be beautiful.
Yeah. Well, hold on. What, Mom?
I just said, see ya.
Okay, see ya. Yeah. Yeah, Lucifer is supposed to be the. And I tried to make mine look fairly good looking, but I did some of the expected stuff, the red skin and all that, you know. And I'm not sure I forget everything I did, but no, I haven't seen the trailer of Phoenix. Okay, okay, give me a sec. The dark. Okay, you want a reference? Okay, let me get it. I'm just getting the reference for Good Dog Press.
I love that you're
One
wearing
sec.
2 glasses to deal with the aging issue, huh?
Well, it's only half that. I had a good pair of glasses a couple months ago and they broke. And now these are just like 2 cheater pairs from the dollar store.
Oh yeah.
You know, just for till I can, go and
I had to
get
actually go
myself.
buy. I had to actually go buy a pair of the bifocal types. Well, actually, it's trifocal. They don't look like my grandmother's ones, though. You can't see the separation in the lens, but the lens is designed in such a way that it actually has 3 separate optic fields. I hate them.
That's cool.
No, it's not. I hate them. Hey, William.
Hey, William. Good to see you again. If you want to grab the link, it should still be available for you to come in.
Yeah,
If you
because I've
want.
been trying to do a live with William several times, and they always don't work out. It's either there's too much talk and can't get enough communication with him specifically, or he falls out or something like that. He's been having some bad luck with his internet. He's going to come on the Bugbear's Basement next week, though. We're going to be
Cool.
talking about we're going to be talking about cartoons, man.
Which ones? Or just all?
Just what because my Bugbear Basements is a Tuesday stream, and we do just nerd stuff, man. And every week we have a theme. This week, this week was role playing games, tabletop role playing games. Next week is
Cool.
cartoons. So
I might have to try and check that out. I'm pretty big on cartoons, more old stuff than new.
sure. Yeah,
Most of the new stuff.
William has claimed Voltron.
Oh, Voltron's good. I haven't
Yeah.
checked out many of the new stuff. I remember watching the old stuff. Okay, here you go. Yeah. Dog. I'm going to call you. Would you prefer good dog or press? There's my
Good dog.
Lucifer. There is my Lucifer.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go, man. He's very, very sure of himself.
Yeah.
His name is Manny, by the way.
Oh, Manny. Okay. Well, yeah, because that's what you emailed me or on Facebook.
Yeah, actually, the new Voltron isn't bad. Oh, that's cool. You're able to show your layering of it. Oh, that's neat.
Well, that's not so much layering. That is my old first drawing. Then a pencil drawing that I had. Then I colored them in. That's actually I had two concepts for coloring, as you can see. These are just I have a folder for each of my characters, and that's the one more I went with.
I see.
I think that's the coloring I went with. Here, let me stop sharing for a sec. I got slightly better version I did more recently with my in live stream. Yeah. Find everything. PNG. L for Lucifer. Okay.
You got 7 in here now. Nice.
Yeah, cool. Open my photo.
Yeah, I haven't checked out that trailer either. I'll have to look at that later. I thought that Disney would have just scrapped that. That's it. That
Well,
is
they're
the
probably
fun.
too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying it's probably too close to being done to scrap it. You know, why lose the money if they don't have to?
What
Okay,
about
so
you guys in
there's
the? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that is cleaner. There you go. That's the newest version.
yeah, like I said, my noon hour stuff. I take in my characters. I digitally go over my lines. Sometimes I make it a little better. Sometimes I don't. And then I use the gradient function on Adobe Illustrator. That's what I'm doing a lot of my digital stuff in to just make everything better and do the gradient to give it that little bit of better looking stuff.
Sure, sure.
So, although I've created my own angel lettering, so the only thing that needs to be added to this when I find I misplaced it is an L in the little
Sure. Adding a
star
little bit.
color.
Yeah, there you go.
But other than that,
Chad wants to know what our thoughts were on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
I haven't. I don't think I've seen the test footage, but it looks. I think I've seen something which looks not too bad. He looks like he might be able to be a good Joker. I just want to know why they're switching again.
Well, they can't get it right. But no, Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor. I mean, he might be able to pull it off. But there again, Jared Leto's a good actor too.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like, Chad, was I didn't like the red nose. I think they should drop the red nose. Otherwise, I thought it was fine.
Is what I thought okay, I'm not sure. Is that the one where it's all like silent and you can't make out what they're saying? He's the one guy's with a clown?
No, no, no. That was a bit of test footage, possibly. And I'll talk about the one where they have him on screen and he slowly, turns into the Joker face, and also the
Okay.
one where he's coming on the train.
Okay, I think I've seen that. I gotta see a lot of this stuff again.
Bethany just went and checked out the trailer. She says it looks good. You talk about the Dark Phoenix, I'm assuming, Bethany. I think she probably is.
Yeah. Not sure the story will make it. Oh, for
Well,
the dark. Oh, go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, I saw the some of the leaked footage for the Dark Phoenix before, and it looked real bad. So hopefully that Disney's got a hold of it. They'll clean it up enough to make it presentable. I don't know, or maybe they won't touch it. Maybe they'll leave it as a Fox legacy.
Yeah. I think about the only thing Fox has gotten good is sort of the X-Men, and that's more in recent years.
That's true, but I don't know. I didn't care for the Age of Apocalypse very much.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't really like how they did Apocalypse. As a lot of people pointed out, it looked a little bit too much like the Power Ranger villain from the first Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. Ooze. Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze. There you go. Bethany has enjoyed all the X-Men movies, she says.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it as much. I thought First Class was really good. What was the second one after First Class in this reboot?
That wasn't the Apocalypse. That's the one where Wolverine goes back in time, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Through whomever mentally. Thought that was a bit retarded. The mentally going back in time to inhabit his old body.
Yeah,
But,
that wasn't bad. Yeah, Chad. Logan was not only a good comic book movie, it's a great movie unto itself. That was great.
I didn't really like Logan because I think it went too much off of the original comic book. I haven't read it, but I know when because if I'm right, that comic book was supposed to be set years and years into the future, where all the other X-Men are. Well, there would be no Professor Xavier. I think it's supposed to be set a few hundred years into the future.
Well, it's Old Man Logan is what they were trying to do, a take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's supposed to, as far as I know, it's supposed to take place 100 years, couple hundred years in the future, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, I kind of, I guess I take into account that it's a movie. It's not going to be like the comic book. So when they make changes and alterations, I try not to overreact to it.
Yeah, I didn't overreact to it too much. It was a fairly good movie, but for its type of movie, I don't know what to say about it. I think they could have done it better if they would have went a little bit more on script instead of having a senile Professor X. Like I
Yeah, but
said, I haven't read the comic book, so I'm talking out of my butt.
yeah, but you have to admit Patrick Stewart killed it in that movie, man. That was a great performance.
Oh yeah, that I won't deny. Patrick Stewart's a great actor. I've liked him pretty much in everything I've seen him in.
Yeah, the only problem with Patrick Stewart is he is an incredibly full-on SJW.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yes, he is a major Hollywood SJW. Yeah, but if you hate everyone who has weird politics or hatefulness to him, you won't be able to watch anything coming out of Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bethany didn't know that. Yeah, no, Patrick Stewart is A-level SJW, Bethany. And Chad.
Oh, that's too bad, but like you said,
Nah, you just have to put it aside.
Hollywood has a lot of morons. It's like you said, you're gonna go with everything. You can't not watch everything because of junk like that.
No, you have to put it
Just
aside. Now, it's interesting that we mentioned that because with movies we're able to do that, but with comic books, I don't know if we're capable of doing that, or maybe it's just because they're so. I don't know, because we're more strict about the comic books than we are about the movies. I think.
well, I think it's with the comic books. If you take the movies, right? Most of the time, yeah, Patrick Stewart's a full blown SJW, as you said, but at the same time, he's not promoting all that junk in his movies necessarily.
No, he's not.
Where
Yeah.
where the comic books, you take Spider-Man and then you make, or whatever comic book you want to say, and then you put all this dogma of the SJWs in it. It's different because you're not watching. It's being spouted at you, where in the movies it's not. If you know
That's
what I
true.
mean.
No, that's true. Good point. Yeah. But Patrick Stewart actually has a new Star Trek series coming out.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's going to be. We're not even sure completely what it's going to be about yet. And that
Well,
reminds me.
unfortunately, Chad, I watched all the pickups and interviews for that new series, and Patrick Stewart is absolutely pushing an agenda. He says he's going to push female stars and female ideas because it needs to be done, he said, which is ridiculous when Star Trek actually has an entire series that is led a female captain led. I mean, what are they talking about?
Yeah,
With Voyager, right? And that was pretty
yeah,
good too.
yeah. I liked Voyager.
Mm.
I had nothing against. Well, the only thing I had against Voyager is they deified the Borg. Well, not deified. They took the teeth out of the Borg.
Yeah, they did a little bit, but I guess they had to. I kind of get why they did that. But yeah,
Yeah,
Bethany's laughing. She's saying that Star Trek has tons of female characters. Yes, they do. Exactly. But I don't know. I think I have a feeling Patrick's just getting really old, and he's trying to. He's probably yeah. I think the same thing we see in comics. You get certain people that are whispering in people's ears, and they're like, "Oh, that's horrible," and they want to crusade to help people, and they're not bothering to actually see if that whisper was true. They're just hearing
yeah,
it, and like, "I know this person. I trust this person, and therefore I have to defend them." That's horrible, and we if we reacted like that, we'd feel the same, right? So I think
yeah,
that's the real problem. Is the whispers that are the problem.
yeah.
He might be Bethany. He might be. Yeah.
Yeah. See now,
Yeah.
you figure somebody. You figure he's been in Star Trek long enough that he'd know about all the female characters and all that. That Star Trek is anything but anti woman.
No,
I'm not
it's
sure
very
whether.
well. No, Gene Roddenberry started that in a very diverse with that idea of diversity. Actually, it was
Yeah,
incredibly diverse.
yeah. He tried to make one of his first characters a female that was in a position of power, but unfortunately, powers that be at the time wouldn't allow it. Well, he had his choice. Well, he made his choice. He gave them the choice. Sort of, So he took
Sure.
Spock, you know, instead of number one, who was played by that actress ended up playing Nurse Chapel.
Yep. Yep. Well, I think Nurse Chapel also ended up becoming his wife, right?
No, was it? No, I don't think she played. No, what was her? Majel Barrett. I don't think that was Majel Barrett. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I forget who played Nurse Chapel offhand, but she also Majel Barrett also I think was the voice of the computer, and she also played Luxana Troy in The Next Generation.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Bethany says Star Trek was progressive. Kirk kissed a black girl. Yes, he did. Uhura.
Yeah,
Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Yes, they did, Chad. They had green female aliens. That's diversity right there. Yes, it is. But I mean, it's just such a stupid statement. What's coming out of Star Trek is dumb. I mean, you have
yeah.
Deanna Troy, you have uh, Doctor Crusher, you have, of course, the other doctor you were talking about, the Nurse Chapel. Which,
Pulaski, and then
yeah,
there
there
was
you go.
Dr. Pulaski, Dr.
Yeah,
Pulaski, Belana Torres, who was in charge of engineering in Voyager.
yeah. You,
Um,
we also had
and
the girl from Deep Space Nine. What was her name?
oh yeah, Kira, Major Kira. I'm not sure what her real
Yeah.
name is.
Well, I want to talk about her. There's another one. I was talking about the one that had the symbiote in her.
Oh, Dax. Jadzia Dax.
Jadzia Dax, yeah, there you go. And he just Bethany just mentioned 7 of 9, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
there's
And
tons of
then,
them.
who else? I was thinking 7 of 9. It's another first. T'Pol from Enterprise.
Oh, there you go. She was a great character. I liked Paul.
And then there was Cass,
Yep,
who
that's right.
7 of 9 replaced. Basically, they've got tons of major female characters.
Yep. And we
And
just pulled
then
them off from memory too, right? Of course, we're
and
special level nerds, but
some more powerful positions than others. And I'm
that
trying to
doesn't
think
matter.
here. Yeah, but they were major characters. They're beloved characters.
Sure.
Trying to think of other. There's Hoshi from Enterprise as well.
Oh, that's right, Hoshi. Yep. Yeah.
And
Actually,
I know that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's even a few from the new one, Discovery, but I don't really want to acknowledge that one.
Now that's
It's like,
horrible. That's nonsense. That show. It's not Star Trek at all. I don't know what that is. You know what they should have done with that? They should have made a new IP that was much more space war oriented, and they should have went with it. Because Star Trek is, I mean, sure, there are space battles in Star Trek, but that's not what it's about. Star Trek's about exploration. It's about science fiction, real science fiction. I mean, that's what Star Trek is. They just don't get it. Same thing with these
yeah,
people doing Star Wars. They don't get it. They don't understand what they're dealing with.
yeah. I don't mind the bit of the battle stuff. They had that in Deep Space Nine. Fine, I get it. But why do you have to change stuff like the Klingons? Their culture more than they already have an established culture. You want an alien race that they're going up against that looks like that? Create a new
Well,
alien race.
well, they had no choice in that matter. Actually, that I can forgive them a little bit for that because that was a corporate problem because they didn't own they have a license to do that show. They don't own the rights. They have a license, and in that license, they have to. There are certain things they can't copy. Things have to look different. The uniforms have to look different. The insignia. There's corporate shenanigans going on in the background that caused those Klingons to look the way they did.
Well, okay, I guess I can forgive it then, but at the same time, couldn't they just make a new alien race?
Yep, that would have been better, right? But it was the time frame they were trying to do it in. But Chad asked, is Ron Howard at SJW? Ron Howard doesn't really come out and say things. His brother, who is far more outspoken, he is an outspoken Christian and really nice guy. And I have a feeling his brother is probably the same, but he just understands that don't talk politics, Well, thank you, Chad. I'm glad I could help. But I would say no, Ron Howard's probably not an SJW.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But then again, especially people of my generation, we grew up with Ron Howard. I mean, he was Opie. I used to watch the Andy Griffin show when I was young, and then he was Richie. He's
Richie Cunningham.
yeah.
I grew up watching Happy Days. My mom grew up watching the Andy Griffin show, so
Well, there you go.
she knows them as both. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Chad said he enjoyed Solo. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind Solo. I know a lot of people, a lot of diehard Star Wars fans didn't. And that's all right.
Well, from what and Bethany says the same thing. I think the problem with Solo wasn't the movie itself. It sounds like it was just a kind of normal popcorn movie, middle of the road movie, no problem. And a lot of movies like that. But the fallout for Solo had nothing to do with Solo at all. I mean, of course, the Pandol Calrissian thing did not help. the female activist robot did not help. But
Yeah.
that's not really the movie itself wasn't the problem. The problem was Ryan Johnson created such and the other people attached to that, the other higher level people that just kept attacking the fans. They created such a toxic storm that it just got boycotted, and that's what happened to Solo. It doesn't matter if it was good or bad.
Yeah. And the thing is, for the droid, well, not droid, Lando, they didn't even need to mention it because you're not sure how he likes the droid. The droid is drawing the implications, in my opinion. Might like the droid just as a droid, or like you'd love a pet or something like that.
Yeah, but no, you don't understand the way they think, man. They
Yeah.
had to mention that. They had to mention that because it's
Oh,
all about it, right?
yeah, I get that. I get that they had to mention it, but if they wanted to less, I don't know. I
No, I
get
get you. I get your point.
I get why they mentioned it and how they had to mention it in their eyes, but it's like you could have created a lot less controversy for yourself. But maybe that's exactly what they wanted, and it sort of backfired on them.
It seems to backfire a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, they there's an old saying, but it might not be so true nowadays. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Well, so maybe sometimes there is.
I think there is actually, yeah. Yeah,
You know,
Bethany mentioned, yeah, how the droid was annoying, but I like that they integrated her into the ship because she was a literal map. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't
yeah,
seen it actually. Yeah.
yeah. I saw it in theaters. I think I saw it opening night. It was worth going to see. Maybe I should have waited till a Tuesday when it was cheaper.
How much do
But
movies cost for you?
where I go, they're I think 10.50, or on a Tuesday night they're like 7.50.
Oh, goodness gracious. How about you guys in the chat? How much do you pay to go see a movie? I mean, for me, it's $20. I live in Japan though, so everything's expensive here, but
Yeah, especially since it's got to be shipped over there. Well, it's got to be shipped everywhere, but it costs a little bit more to get it shipped there or whatever.
yeah, it's also a Japanese mentality though. $6 pirate. Okay, Chad. Rock on, brother. All right.
I'm not sure whether you want to mention that on a live stream, Chad.
He could have been talking about his Halloween costume coming. It is soon, Halloween soon. I got you covered, Chad. I got you covered, man. That's funny. At
You
eight
just got to be
fifty
very
six.
careful. You don't know who's listening.
True. Yeah, Japanese don't have matinee. They don't have discounts. They don't have anything like that. It's $20, and that's that.
Uh, well, that's not good.
It's the way it is here. I mean, like for instance, like if you go out and buy a peach, say just a normal peach, how much would that cost you to buy in the store? Just a peach.
I'm not sure about a peach. I get a bunch of them, like probably good 12 or 13, maybe a few more for like $5.
Okay, so you get 12 or 13 for $5. I get one for $5.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, and that's just a normal peach. If you want to get some of those bigger melons, you could pay $60, $70 for a melon.
But that's probably because they're not native to the peaches aren't native to Japan, right?
Oh no, 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 they're grown, they're local grown.
Wow. There
It's
must.
just the way. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I don't know. I was gonna say something like must be because maybe a lot of people don't buy them or something. I don't know.
No, no, it's just it's a mentality. It's a cultural mentality. It's like the theater for our culture is for everybody, right? If you go back to the old Shakespearean days, it was like super cheap to go stand on the floor. Over here, theater is for the rich and wealthy only. It's just a
Ah,
mentality. It's a mentality, right? But of course, over here, the average person makes 50 grand a year. So I mean, that's part of it too. I think.
Yeah, well, I guess $20 isn't bad when you're making 50 grand a year.
Yeah, it's just culture, and it's a interesting thing I learned moving over here because America is so disparate between its lower end and its higher end, right? But here you're talking about like a 99% middle class, and everyone pretty much makes the same money. There's hardly any poor, and there's hardly any rich. It's just this incredible countrywide middle class,
Oh,
and
that actually sounds half decent, in my opinion. But
it's actually amazing. There's zero crime. There's peace all day. Everyone has what they need. It's a happy culture. Yeah.
I think we need to learn some things from Japan.
They have a few things to teach. But of course, this is a homogenous culture though. That helps a lot, you know.
I'm not sure what you mean, homogen by
Homogenous
homogen.
means one in this case it means single race.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. 98% of Japan is Japanese. 2% is made up of all the other races that live here. And I'm talking about the 42 worldwide races. I'm not talking about the core three.
uh, yeah. I heard they strictly there's certain types of people that they don't allow to buy own property. People that might be terrorists. I heard
Oh,
that.
here, oh, the Japanese do not play with Muslims at all. They have zero tolerance for that nonsense. Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, Donkey Box, you are right. America did used to be like that. Yeah, and I would say it's good overall, Bethany. And the country I live in, Chad, is Japan. I'm just catching up with your chat, man.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Thanks. Somebody needs to since I'm busy talking and drawing.
Hey, it's a good
Normally,
conversation, man.
yeah, normal. You know, I decided, like I said, because of Tuesday night, I thought, okay, we got this group thing. Let me use it to my advantage. Bring in people, make the chat a little bit more, make this whole thing a little bit more exciting. For my subscribers. Maybe I'll pick up a few. You know,
Hey,
I'm trying to use whatever to my advantage, but it's given the subscribers what they want. They want a good show. They don't
yep,
want. You know, I know the ones that I have usually like what I put out. But no,
no.
nothing wrong with making it better.
Oh no, dude, having it open like this and putting it in that special group that only has the artist and stuff in it, that's a good idea. We can jump on and chat with you, man. You should do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the other. I figure, I thought about the Ethan has it, and all the other the bigger guys have it. So why not use it? That one on Facebook, use it just like they use it,
Yeah, no.
for all
No,
of us.
exactly. Exactly. Yep. We have one for FanSpeak as well. But that's just for like the cores so we can have little meetings and stuff. But no, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Chad has a question. He says, "How them cosplayers, Chester?" And he's got an okay and a big old smile. Here's maybe it'll shock you, Chad, but Japan's a very interesting place. Tokyo and Japan are completely different things. Um, Japan is very. I come from New England myself, and they're incredibly similar to New Englanders. They're very conservative. They have a nice earth tone colors to everything. There's nothing that's super bright. They're very, conservative in every way you can imagine, right? You go to Tokyo, that place is insane. You got just cosplayers running around. I mean, you got any kind of odd liberalism. Tokyo is almost like San Francisco if you want to make a comparison. Tokyo is nothing like Japan as a whole. The problem is most of the world views Japan through Tokyo. So people have a misunderstanding of what Japan really is actually. If that helps any.
It's neat to know for sure. I'd like to visit Japan someday.
Well, I lived in Asia for 23 years, so
Oh, cool. But I need to get some money before I can really visit other parts of the world. I did a missions trip a couple years ago to Guatemala. That was neat. Experienced new culture and all that.
Why did you choose Guatemala?
Oh, it wasn't me. We did it in a group thing and through my church, and
Oh,
that's
there you
what
go.
they chose.
Oh, that's
So
cool. So you're doing some kind of mission or something like that.
yeah, we did some. We went into some hospitals, gave out some stuff, blankets and all that to like pregnant women and all that, and went to some schools, gave out some school supplies, and did a little bit of you know Christianity stuff for them too.
Yeah,
It's a
sure.
missions trip. It's a missions trip. What do you expect, right?
No, no, no. That's true. But of course, according to Hollywood, Christians are the most evil, dark thing in existence. So you guys need to stop doing all that nice, kind stuff.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Christians, I think, are the ones that do most of the humanitarian aid.
Charity as well. Yep.
Yeah.
William says he would love to see the old temples and such in Japan. Yeah, that is really cool. I live in a little village, man, and about, I don't know, 50, 70 meters away from where I'm sitting right now is this little mound that has this beautiful grove of trees on it. And there's this little stone walkway that's been there for, I don't know, 400 or 500 years. And you walk up that little stone path, and it comes into this little open meadow in the middle on the top of that mound, and there's a shrine sitting there, and it's just the most idyllic, beautiful thing, especially in the spring when all the flowers are blooming. Uh, and that I personally think the old little local hometown shrines are much more beautiful than the big commercial ones like in Kyoto. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I like learning about other cultures.
Oh no,
It has
absolutely, yeah.
it. Well, it helps in creativity. Heck, I've got one of my characters I created called Servant of the Rising Sun. He's a Christian. He's supposed to take place. I don't know a lot about him. I just created him because I like the samurais and all that. And
Sure.
just a Christian back in an ancient Japan Christian samurai who became Christian somehow. I don't know how. Haven't
Well,
worked out all the details. So, Servant of the Rising Sun, it's not SUN, it's SON.
oh, I get it. Yeah, no, you have any questions, you can ask me, man. I'm certainly the person to help you with that. I actually live in kind of the heart of the old Christian push into Japan, actually, over here. But
Oh,
yeah, if you have questions, I can help you with that. Let's see
oh,
other questions you have here in the chat. Chad says, Chester, how long did it take you to understand the language and money system? Well, the money system was easy. Language, well, I'm actually, my university study was anthropology, and I had a specialty in linguistics. So I actually speak a lot of languages. Well, I mainly read and write, to be honest with you, a bunch of dead languages. But now I picked up the language in about, I don't know, 3 months, I guess. Um, but yeah,
yeah.
I've been
When
here
you
so long. Yeah.
probably the more you, it's like I learned French and Spanish in high school. Well, learned French in middle school, but I know a few words still, but I don't use it, so you lose it. But you're there using it every day. You're going to pick it up probably fairly fast.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Bunch of comments on what we were talking about Christians being evil but yet helpful. That's right, Bethany.
Yeah.
Have I been to the suicide forest town? No, I haven't been anywhere near that. But that's a culture difference. The Japanese don't see suicide as an evil thing like we do.
Yeah.
And Bethany says she'd like to see real Japan. It is beautiful. The chat is caught up.
Yeah. When you started doing it there, I figured, okay, let's look in, see what I can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good moderator.
It seems to be what I do a lot, right? Uh, and it's easy for you guys too when you're drawing or doing the stuff you do. You just do your thing, and you're responding, right?
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's not. Looks maybe like a real younger JJ. I know what I'm missing from him.
He's got that mustache, man. Yeah, there you go. Do they
That
hate
makes him.
Logan Paul over there? Chad asks.
Yeah.
It was a little news bit that came out on it, but it was very insignificant, really. People just thought, "Oh, silly foreigner," and moved on. Yes, Bethany says that's my specialty, moderating. I guess so. I'm trying to take a page out of the Mighty Edwin's book.
Yeah.
He's a great moderator. He's very helpful, and he goes around and tries to support everybody. And I think that's a good thing to do. So I'm trying to help in my little way. I'm no Edwin, but yeah, I'm basically kind of taking inspiration from Edwin, to be honest with you.
Well, that's cool. That mustache makes it look a little bit better.
Well, thank you, Chad.
I'm not even sure right now whether it's moderating, but it's keeping an eye on my chat for me.
That's what it is, though, man. It's keeping on the chat and keeping the conversation going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot to learn, though. I'm very new at this. I mean, just looking at how smooth Edwin is, he's been doing this a couple of years, and he's so smooth, and really have to get better at it.
Yeah. He does well, and him and Mike. Well, he does a lot, as you know, goes on mics a lot, and they've got a real good thing going between them. So.
Oh, yeah, no. Edwin has earned his position.
Yeah.
He has earned it. That guy. Edwin
Oh,
is.
oh yeah. I'm not saying he hasn't by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm just saying him and Mike really flow together a lot.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's
Well,
what,
they're both Christians, and their ideas
yeah.
are the same, and they're not afraid to talk about it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Bethany. Chad says, Parker, you're fired. I'm making trouble. Oh no. So, all right. Well, today you're doing anime, but you went over to do JJ, which is Marvel. What's your
Yeah.
stream tomorrow? You said you do one every day.
Yeah. Well, like I'm not sure. Not sure whether I said with you. My Mondays I do one of my characters. Tuesday I do DC. Wednesday I'm supposed to do anime, but sometimes I'm a little busy on Wednesdays and get in late, so I don't feel up to doing it. Which is hence why I did the one anime. Marvel is on Thursday. Friday is sci-fi. So I'm thinking of doing a Stargate character tomorrow, Tilk.
Oh, Teal'c.
And
Oh, really?
yeah,
Stargate. Oh, that's cool. That Teal'c's a good character, man.
and then like I was saying, Saturday is independent. So I'm not sure who I'm gonna do for an independent character.
Let's see. Tomorrow
Going.
for you is Friday. So
Yeah, you're
Teal'c.
probably on Friday. You're probably on Friday already.
Oh, yes, it is Friday morning for me. Yes. Yeah. But Stargate, man, there you go. That's a conversation. I love Stargate.
Yeah. Oh, I've watched all of it. Stargate. I like Stargate a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put this up. There is J Jonah Jameson. You know what? I didn't put in for him. I'm gonna quickly put it in. Hopefully I'll let people see when it doesn't look like what I want it to, but tried to put a cigar in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you did. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Because
Hold it up. Hold it up again. Put it up again and let people see it a little longer, man. There you go.
And he's coming from somewhere, hence the action speed lines.
JJ is usually moving it when you see him drawn. He is an animated character.
Thanks, Chad. So, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm doing for my independent character yet. Anybody got any ideas what they want to see me do Saturday night?
Why don't you do one of the small Indiegogos?
Okay, which are, oh, we got 9 people in here. Wow. That's the most I've ever had watching. He's pacing. He's always pacing. Okay, who's a small one right now? And then
Actually,
it's just more the reference material that you need for something like that too.
well, you know what? I'll go over to Indicron, which is a place everyone should be checking out. The Pixel Trader created, and we can see.
Oh yeah.
So we have. Matter of fact, let me share my screen, and you can pop me up there.
Okay.
Just go ahead and white box me, and I can show it. We can look at it.
Okay. Okay, I clicked on you, so is it gonna
You clicked on me, right? Let's go over to the screen and check it out.
present to everyone?
There you go. All right. And yeah, it's showing. Good. All right. So let's take a look. Down here on the bottom, we have Selbstrom the Mercenary. It's been out for, or maybe it's coming. I know it's ending in November. So, okay. We got Damnation of the West. We actually have Luis is going to be a guest on Fanspeak this week. He's, yeah. We had Anchor Face guy on. You got Handyman comic book. I don't know. Chromosome looks cool. That's the one that looks like muscle. Can't Kill Cade Void Walker launch. I don't know this one. I got literally a comic book. Thanks. General Washington. Oh, interesting. Asami. Children of Rushu. That's a Japanese names anyway. Maybe it's anime. You like anime? You want me to check? Click on that one and look at that.
Sure. Well, my chat, like a lot. I know Chad's into anime a bit. A guy that's not on here at the moment called Bob. Well, I call him Bob. Okay, I'll check them out, Manny.
It's not bad, man. The art's pretty good.
Yeah. Asmi.
It's Asami, Children
Asami.
of Ryushu.
Okay.
For fans of old anime, comics, samurai manga, and Chariots of the Gods. Cool. Yeah, no, that's pretty good art, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You got the bull that's finished. Spork Man goes to Japan. That's funny. This one right here, I like a lot. T-Bird and Throttle. This looks like a cool comic. It's very 80s.
Oh yeah. And there's a good enough pick there actually that I could probably do something with for drawing.
Oh, he's got a lot of art on here, man.
Maybe I'll draw both to T-Bird and Throttle.
Yeah, there you go. That one looks cool. There's a whole bunch of them though, man. Ferryman, Jack Irons, Black and Red. This is Elliot Fernandez. He's an amazing artist. Have you seen Elliot's art?
Who's? Oh,
Elliot,
yeah, Elliot.
Elliot
Oh,
Fernandez,
yeah. He's awesome.
Look at that Joker, man. That is beautiful. Yeah.
I used to be. Sometimes I can do a good Batman the animated Joker. Sometimes I can do a good one of them. Draw a furry.
Well, that is the one. What is this on here? Cecil? No, Cecil. Oh, bad Cecil.
No, that's Robbie Rodriguez, don't you know?
I know, but but let me get on some of the art. This is actually, this one's interesting, Detective Dead. This is from Critius, and he's one of the community, right? Been talking to him for months.
I've got his link to Detective Dead in my comment in my description, because he's like, if you can get 3 people to buy, you can get a free copy.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. I just have to make decisions.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I just tell people check out the links in my description. Hopefully somebody will buy. I don't tell them to um, let me know if they do. That way I can tell Courteous they got it because of my link, my description.
This one here is interesting. This is from Donald DeLay and Nasser.
Yeah, Nasser.
Brutus.
Yeah, there's actually I should put this in my favorites because it'll give me a lot of indie stuff to work with. Although I'd like to try, I should probably stick to the whole. Thanks to Chad, draw Robbie.
Robbie Rodriguez. Yeah, there you go. No, let's not do that. How shall we?
No, but thanks to Chad, he gave me the idea to do a for October, do the horror type stuff or Halloween type character. So all of October I'm doing except for Monday's my characters, I'm doing the Halloween stuff. I got a pad. Here.
This one here is Asgard from Ben Jones. I love.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Again, is he over that $15,000 mark yet? I think
check.
that's.
Yep, he's over the 15,000.
Oh, yeah. Now we can actually get it.
Yeah, I think this will pick up. He made a very long campaign. I think this will pick up though. Yeah, it's beautiful art.
Well, I think the thing that was stopping him from getting ahead personally is because he put the block on it for international till he was like over 15,000.
True, it's true.
So you're cutting off a lot of customer base there. You're
cutting me off.
Yeah, and me. I'm in Canada.
Yeah, there you
I'm not even as far. Yeah. I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump over the border.
Yeah. Well, those are a few suggestions anyway. As far as what you can watch,
Yeah.
You can try, Yes, draw Robbie. No Robbie.
We are not drawing Robbie. That is just too horrifying for anybody to see.
True.
Plus, we only have Robbie's face. Yes, I've done a portrait, but that's not a portrait I want to do. Okay, so. Okay, stop presenting. There we go. Yeah, so I'm slowly making up the list for October.
Yeah, I've seen some of the artists. William was talking about this earlier. Something about Ink October or Inktober. What is this? Can you explain that to me?
I have no idea. I just heard about it, I think, on Mike's stream earlier, and I wasn't listening well enough to get what it is. So, Anybody in the chat know what Ink October is? Because I heard something about, what was it, Art saying about he does stuff for it, he just digitally sends it or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like a thing.
Yeah. And I think Mike said he never did anything because it was too hard, or he thought it was too hard to, give him stuff for it. I think it's some sort of contest or whatever.
Oh, I see. It better not be porn. Yes, I agree. That's why we don't want Robbie Rodriguez. Thank you very much, Chad, for subbing to my channel, man.
Okay, let's see. You are supposed to draw every day and send it in. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Send it into where?
That's a good question. Yeah. Ethan, maybe?
No,
Mike?
because I think it would be something different because it's bigger than, I think it's a comic thing, not a comic skate thing.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about it.
Because from what I get, it's been going on for years. Just for the tidbit of conversation I picked up between Mike and Art on this channel before.
Okay. I wish William would comment. He knows because he was talking about doing it. So.
Are you still here, William? Maybe William's not here. We're down to 5, so William might not be here.
Some streams just started, man.
Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, back up to 6.
Eric Ninoltowski is doing the same thing you're doing right now, and maybe
Yeah.
Jake is too.
Yeah, there's. I know I'm on the bottom of a list of a lot of people's stuff to watch with my 69 subs, unless I've gone up. Hopefully,
I
I've
don't
gone
know
up.
why. I don't know why we've seen. You got 70 subs. It's more than when I came on. So you've
Yeah, I
actually
was
picked
at
up a couple.
69. Well, thank you, whoever subbed. Let's see, YouTube.
You can
Yeah,
go check that. Yeah.
yeah, I am. See my 71. Wow. I take it that's you, Bethany. Thank you for subbing.
Yeah. So I helped out, man. I actually was helpful.
Yes, you were. Thank you very much for sure.
I tried to be
Oh,
helpful.
comics. Well, there's our problem too. Comicsgate Live, waiting 28.
Ah, there it is. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, I haven't seen a stream from Gary today, tonight. Bethany, is he not streaming tonight? Have to wait for her answer.
I'm up to 72 now, actually.
Sweet, man. Nice, nice, nice.
I like my new idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You should do it and put that link in there every time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
about it. I figured, okay, the big guys do it. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Now Bethany's probably right. He might be on Ethan tonight because he's got a Indiegogo coming out. That's a good point,
Yeah.
Bethany. Yeah.
But he's not starting up for about another week, so he could be on Ethan, or maybe he's on Mike or something like that.
Mike's not on either.
Yeah, Mike
Yeah,
was on
no.
earlier. Yeah, Mike was on earlier. Not sure who's on. Keep track.
Yeah. No, it's really cool and it's exciting too, man, because you just got a few subs here today, but I think a
Yeah,
few days ago I went over 100. That was
yeah,
during the I think that was the last fan speak last week, so almost a week
yeah,
ago, and it's so exciting, man. It just feels so good when you get over that 100.
yeah. Oh, and for people that have just tuned in, I am in the middle of, well, when I get 100 subs, I'm gonna have a bit of a contest, have a live stream. We're gonna do this sort of thing. I think it was Art or Gary did. Well, I'm giving away a commission. Whatever character they want, I'll do it up here, live stream, and send it to them free of charge when I hit 100 subs. So my promote my 100 subs, and then I'm not sure. I'm going to do one at 250, 500, and 1,000.
Yeah,
Actually,
there you go.
I know what I'm doing at 1,000, thanks to a few of my subs already. I've got like between 2,000 and 3,000 comic books, and some of them have showed interest in knowing what all my stuff is. I'm not even sure what all my stuff is. uh, but they're in bins right now because I moved about a year ago. Well, they're probably going to stay in bins, but they're not sorted like they should be. All Batman with all Batman or Bat Family related with Bat Family. So when I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to sort them and let everybody see what I got. I've got some Mike S. Miller. I might have some Ethan. I don't know. I've
Are you a
got
Marvel guy or a DC guy?
I've liked them both. Really, right now I seem to be reading when I read stuff more DC, but I've got a huge amount of Marvel. I've got a huge amount of DC. I've got some independent, some minor, a little bit of independent. I've got a whole lot of Archie.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, but I've heard Mike.
I'm a Marvel guy.
Uh, but I've got the Marvel put out a few years back X-Men Magna and Spider-Man Magna. I've got those. I think all of them. I wouldn't. The only reason I'm keeping them in bins is because I have nowhere to put them up in my room. I went from a lot of space a year, just over a year ago, to a very small space. Well, not very small. Well, small to what I had, but it's otherwise I'd have them out. I used to have them out in this thing like you'd almost see at a comic shop. You know, the big wooden things where they have the dividers. I had it in that type of thing for years. Yeah, they're safe. I know. I just figured I'd respond. Bethany, gonna respond to the people, especially since I'm not drawing or inking at the moment. I can pay attention to the chat.
There you go. I mainly have graphic novels now. I used to have long boxes and stuff, but I still have some actually, but they're in storage. Most of the stuff I have hand access to or graphic novel stuff.
Yeah, I got a few graphic novels, usually ones that are put out as a story in and of themselves. Like I
Oh yeah,
got,
yeah.
like I got the Superman Doomsday back in I think would have been the 90s after his death and resurrection, where they explored Doomsday's origins. So
Chad says that he has seen Cecil in the Spider Woman pose, and you're not blind, Chad. I don't want to ever see that.
Speaking of, hold up, Spider Woman.
That's funny. Cecil doing the Spider Woman pose. That's hilarious.
I have a Spider Woman.
There you go.
Statue.
Yeah.
The only problem with it is I'm not sure when it got busted or whether I bought it like that. I got it cheap at a con here around here, but I paid like I think $10-20 for it.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. My wife is afraid I'm going to Tokyo Comic Con here in December, and she's worried about what I'm going to spend, I think.
Yeah, there's one coming up here in October in like about 2 weeks in Hamilton. There's like 3 around the area throughout the year. 3 good ones, anyways. Hamilton Comic Con, Toronto Comic Con, Niagara Falls Comic Con.
Hey, Niagara.
Yeah, and that's all this side of the Canadian side of the border.
I used to go to Niagara all the time, man.
Cool. Niagara Falls happens in June, Toronto happens in March, and Hamilton happens in October.
Where exactly is Hamilton? I don't know that place.
We're about an hour southwest of Toronto, driving wise.
Oh, so you're right on the border.
Well, I'm about an hour and a half away from the border.
I see. Okay.
Driving wise, of course.
Yeah, driving wise. Yeah. Yes, Bethany, I will come back with tons of stuff. She's half joking. I've actually prepared money for it. So, is JoJo Filthy Frank big in Japan as a singer? Joji Filthy Frank. I don't know Joji Filthy Frank, Chad. I never heard it before.
So I guess that answers your question.
I guess so, huh? Yeah.
If it was big, he would have heard of it.
That's true. So you've been to a Comic-Con before, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what to expect. This is my first one, man.
Well, in Japan, so I can't say for sure.
No, this is a Comic-Con, official Comic-Con. It's not a Japanese one.
Okay. Well, there's obviously Artist Alley. There's gonna be lots and lots of stuff there. I'm not sure how big Japan's on cosplayers. You know, So you probably see a lot of cosplayers. Bring your camera if you want to take pictures of the cosplayers, because they'll be in lots of different outfits. So it's always neat to see people dressing up in outfits. Although some people you don't want to see dressing up in some outfits.
Well, that's fine. Actually, I'm working on getting a. I'm working with the Japanese government on getting a press pass. So that when I go over there, I'm going to live stream the event to maybe FanSpeak. I was actually thinking about contacting Ethan and doing a live stream through him. I don't know. I've never spoken to Ethan.
Yeah.
But one or the other, I'm doing a live stream with a press pass that'll give me a little more access.
Yeah. And then there's all the different celebrities that they have, like I was saying earlier, usually they're atrocious in my opinion for what you need to pay for, an autograph or just getting your picture taken. And you're getting your picture taken with your camera. And they some charge like $40-$60.
Well, that's how they make their money, I guess.
Yeah. Well, to me, I get that. I don't know. I hope that a lot of them are giving it to charity, in my opinion, because if they're being paid to be there and their hotel expenses paid and all that, to me, I don't think they need to charge a lot. I think they get a lot more people getting something if they charge less. But
yeah, no, Chad, I would not even bother to try to email Ethan. I will go if I'll try to get a hold of him through Mike, man.
yeah, I was actually going to suggest you might do the live stream through Mike. You build up his subscriber base a little, and he's actually lived. No, he did. No, Hawaii. I'm thinking he lived in Hawaii, but he has some ancestry in Japan.
Oh, Mike does. He has family, but Mike's going to be at the Tokyo Comic Con, so that's why I was thinking about asking Ethan if he wanted me to live stream. Like a little journalism for him.
Oh yeah, that'd be neat. Yeah, Mike's going to be there. You can see Mike in person.
Yep, and do an interview with him. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I know somebody who's friends, acquaintances with him too. When I was at um, the Christian Comic Con last year, Alpha Omega Con, the person that was at the table next to me lives in the San Diego area too. And Mike was at that one the year before, I found out recently. So he knows Mike personally.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
So,
And Mike's a nice guy.
yeah, Mike's a
Yeah.
good guy.
Yeah, Chad is talking about 1,000 emails. I think it's probably a lot more than 1,000, Chad. I mean, I get 500 emails a day, and I'm nobody.
Yeah.
Ethan, it's insane, I'd imagine.
There's Gary now, live streaming.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Actually, you might want to DM him. He's actually pretty good for responding with DMs. Like Ethan. Because I've emailed, DM'd him a couple times, and my Cyberfrog stuff or whatever, and he said nice. And there was once, he had the whole thing about giving the fan art, and he retweeted it. The one thing.
That's
that
cool.
was the day.
No, that's cool. I probably could do that. I don't want to really bug Ethan or Mike for that matter. I'm not really looking at bothering them. They got their thing going on, and I'm doing something different. I just thought in this one case, because it's an opportunity to live stream a Comic Con to, especially a Tokyo Comic Con, to a stream. I just thought in this case it would be interesting to do.
Yeah, that's tell Ethan, and you let Mike. Well, you probably let Mike know that you're going to be there already. So
yeah, no, I've already talked to Mike about it. Yeah.
So that should be just in all that cool, and just even if you do it on your channel, it might be good too. But
I'll do it on my channel if I can't get Ethan to do it. I just thought it would be cooler to have the bigger audience.
Yeah, I was just thinking you might be able to, like I said, live stream it and get him to say about it on his channel, and that way bring in a few more subscribers to yourself.
Oh, okay. You could do that. That as well, I suppose. Yeah. I didn't even think I really wasn't thinking that way. So I know I need to build up the subs on the channel because I want to grow the community. But for me, I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not selling anything.
Yeah.
Although I have had a few people ask for Fans Peak T-shirts, which I thought was cool. Maybe we will do that one day if that's what people want.
Yeah.
But it's not about making money. It's about
Yeah.
trying to center the community is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Well, for whatever reason you want to build your channel, building your channel, you use use whatever you can within,
No, you're right.
reason.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I got the. I've also got a little bit of a business sense, so that I just, I'm not trying to. Don't want to seem too. What's the word? I'm not sure what the right word is. Narcissistic. Maybe wrong word, but you know.
Or just capitalistic, and that's fine,
Yeah.
dude. That's what you're doing. You're running a channel. You're trying to sell your art. That's cool. I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
do that. I'm just saying what I'm doing is different, is all.
Hey, Bob. How are you? Oh, Bob. This is for you. I did it, so I got to show you. From Parasyte Maximum. Oh, I guess Bob's already gone.
Guess he just popped in to say hi to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of us got to be going. I got to go too because I got to go
Yeah.
to Gary, see Gary.
Yeah. I might pop in there to, I've done my drawing for the night, but if people are here, I like to chat and all that even after I'm done, not just do and go, do and run,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. No, I think it's good you're doing this, and I think you should absolutely drop that link in there. Let us come in and chat with you every now and then. Who knows? You never know who'll show up, right? Out of
Yeah.
that group.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to jump over to Gary's. I haven't seen him in a few days, so I wanna go over there and say hi.
Okay.
But it was a lot of fun sitting talking to you, man.
Good talking to you too, Chester.
All right. Well, I
Okay.
will definitely see you again, man.
Okay, I guess we're all heading over to Gary's. See everybody there.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Remember, if you're yet to subscribe, hit that like button, please. Hit the notification button. That way you know when I'm doing things. Check out the links in the description. Comment, share, and have a great, wonderful day. Love everybody. Have a great night. God bless. Or a great whatever time of day you are in.